how do you remove unwanted background noise? So in general, you want to avoid having background noise. It's a bit like the whole don't fix it in post rule. That applies to audio as well. You can play around with EQ to tidy things up. So if you are playing an audio track and you notice there's some annoying frequencies, you can try subtracting frequencies until you get rid of the annoying thing. Trial and error, that's one way to do it. I tend to reduce the low end on everything except music and most sound design. So basically I will just nuke and completely get rid of anything below 100 Hertz on most things. For dialogue, what I'll do is I'll look at the EQ, I'll look at the frequency range and remove anything below the body of the actor's voice. Anything under that, you don't need it. The thing about the low end in audio is that's something where if you stack track upon track upon track where you don't take care of that low end, it can become a big, rumbly, cluttered mess. Isotope make amazing audio repair plugins, so they're worth looking at if you have money. And you always have ADR as a last resort, which is where actors deliver their dialogue in a recording studio after the shooting has happened. It's real time consuming and can be really frustrating because they've got to match their vocal delivery exactly with whatever the take you're using is. You will definitely get cleaner audio, but it might not be better. Does that make sense? What kind of hardware and software do you use for composition? CUBASE really is the main thing. That's where I do audio editing, that's where I do music creation, sound design, and mixing. Everything for me happens in CUBASE. I use a suite of instruments by Native Instruments, and between Native Instruments and CUBASE, I basically have everything I need. In terms of hardware, I mean, what do you refer to hardware as? There's a Focusrite Scala interface down there that I use for recording audio into the computer. Computer's hardware, that counts. Microphones, I use a whole variety of stuff. We could like talk for days about specific microphones. In general, I try to use Rode shotgun mics. And then if I want more detail on something, I'll use D112 by AKG, which is a bass microphone to capture low frequencies. And if I want even more detail, I'll use a condenser, a large diaphragm one, probably by SE Electronics. Oh, and there's like guitars and a piano and stuff. I don't know if that counts.